Oh, hi. Thanks for showing up for your learning. Let's take a look at this question. We have here a chandelier suspended from the ceiling by two chains. One is 35 centimeters long and hangs at an angle of 60 degrees. The other one's at 40 degrees, and we want to know how long the second chain is to the nearest centimeter. For some reason, there's an extra number inside that diagram. If you're seeing that number, I didn't see it when I printed it. Just get rid of it. Okay, so now we want to know this length of this other chain. So go ahead and find it. Notice we're already provided a diagram. When I don't know something, I typically make it X, so let's make that X. Now, when you're provided a diagram like this, we notice that, hey, we've got 60 degrees, a 40 degrees. This is 80 degrees over here. But we don't really need that because we've got a hot dog of information right there. Look at that. Oh, it's so exciting. And I didn't know I could call those hot dogs of information until yesterday. Okay. I'm learning too. All right, so here we go. We're solving for an unknown side length again. So this is x over sine 60 because that's its associated side there equals 35 over sine 40. Cool. Inverse operation time. Multiply both sides by sine 60 because we don't want to know what x divided by sine 60 is. We want those to cancel and bring that over here. Sine 60. Okay. Now let's punch that. You could write another line at this point, but that's your expression. That's what you're going to use to find x. So let's just punch it. Clear everything? 35 times 60, but I take the sine of it. It's like 8.66. 8.66 equals this, divided by 40, but I take the sine of it, equals 47 centimeters. Would you believe that if that's 35 centimeters, that this is 47? Did I round correctly? 47.1? Yeah, 47. So this is 47 cm. And so then we're going to finish with a therefore statement. Therefore, the second chain is 47 centimeters. I should have known that the last time I hung a light fixture. There's still a bunch of extra chain hanging up there. All right, we're going to do more questions here. This is going to be the full video for all of this stuff. All right, Marge, throwing donuts into Homer's mouth. Again, really hard because somehow they're approximating to a straight line. So she's like got a donut rail gun or something. She's launching them at. Here's the idea is Homer's up here. Some of you are really good at drawing Homer. I'm not one of those people. And he's got feet down here, okay? So here's our donut, kind of. There's his hair. And he's got a big belly. All right, well, maybe I should quit while I'm ahead. Okay, all right. And like I was ever ahead. All right, so we want to know what angle does Marge need to throw these donuts at if she wants to at least land the donut between his mouth and his foot. So we're looking for here theta. Find me that angle theta. I don't have a hot dog of information. I don't have any right angles. I need to use cosine law. Okay, so I use this rearrangement of cosine law. Cosine of A is equal to B squared plus C squared minus A squared all over 2BC. Okay, it's the same thing that we had over here. It's the same formula as that. It's just rearranged to isolate the angle. So let's use this formula. I also can verify that I have the correct formula because this A, and so we're going to call this corner A and this side A, little a, is that the side length which is the negative square on top, should correspond to the angle, and it should not appear down here. So because that's all true, the formula is going to work. Let's go. Sub in. So B, call that 1.4. 1.4 squared plus 1.5 squared minus 1.6 squared. All divided by 2 times 1.5 times 1.4. And I would encourage you to do as much of these types of problems in your head as possible. 1.4 squared is 1.96. 1.5 squared is 2.25. And 16 squared is, what is that? Is it 254, I think? 2.54? 1.6 squared is 2.56. Ah, of course it is. Minus 2.56. All divided by, is that one right? Yeah, it is. 1.4 squared. Yeah, 1.96. Good. Okay, over 2 times that, which is 4.2. 2 times 1.5 is 3. 3 times 1.4 is 3 plus 1.2 is 4.2. So that's all that. And that's cosine of A. Let me just move my equal sign a little bit. So if cosine of A is equal to all that, then I can use my inverse operations pen here and take the inverse cosine of all that. Cos inverse of all this is going to give me A. And that's the inverse operation to isolate your angle and get it away from the doing cosine to it. So let's go ahead and evaluate that. We have here 1.96 plus 2.25 minus 2.56 equals 1.65 on top divided by 4.2 equals, that's what's in the brackets. Take the inverse cosine, 67 degrees. Would you believe it? A equals 67 degrees. So Marge has a 67-degree window to throw these donuts through. How could she miss? She's got a big target. Homer's a stout fellow. So therefore, Marge can throw donuts. I can throw donuts. If you're ever wondering, you can get the spelling from the question. D-O-U, so we don't need the G-H, through a 67-degree angle. And I learned something. I remembered that 16 squared is 256, and then I just adjust the decimal place. All right, last one requires that you draw your own diagrams, just like today's quiz questions. Oh, I didn't take them up. I guess I'll take them up tomorrow. All right. So a hockey net is 3.25 meters wide. So when they talk about a hockey net, draw a hockey net and then label it 3.25 meters. It's that wide. Okay. And then a player shoots a point from where the puck is 7 meters from one goal and 5 meters from the other. So it's probably going to be like over there, let's say. And this one here is 5 meters. And this one here is 7 meters. Oh, didn't that question get a lot easier when I drew the diagram? And so now I know I'm solving for angle A. And then I'm going to have the same formula as I had up there. Cosine of A is equal to B squared plus C squared minus A squared all over 2BC, which is equal to, well, B squared is 5 squared. So again, these flank sides, the sides that are flanking the angle, are the ones we're adding. So 5 squared plus 7 squared minus 3.25 squared. I can't square that in my head. Youch. All over 2 times 5 times 7. Do as much in your head as possible. 5 squared plus 7 squared happens to be 74. 74 minus 3.25. 3.25 squared is 10.5625. We're going to subtract 74. Flip its sign. There we go. So we have this on top all over 70. So we're going to divide by 70 equals 0.90625. Is cosine of A. Now we take the inverse cosine of both sides. So that goes away. We have cos inverse that will give us the angle. It's not a very big angle. 25 degrees. So therefore, the player has 25 degrees to shoot through. to shoot the puck and score a goal. So the next time you have an empty net opportunity, don't forget your calculator. Bye for now, everyone. Thank you for showing up for your learning. Where's my off button? There it is. Bye.